Hello, everybody, and welcome to our leadership presentation. We know this is a very busy time of the school year, so we do really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedules for this leadership topic. We will only be taking 30 minutes of your time today, and once again, thank you for joining us. So my name is Safford. Joining me today is Mariana, Tanya, and Marnelli. So to get things started, I'd like to share with you a quote from John C. Maxwell, and that is, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." The reason we wanted to share this quote with you is because John Maxwell is considered to be a leader of leaders. And what I mean by that is he trained more than 2 million leaders worldwide and is considered to be the world's most influential leadership expert. So in today's presentation, we will be talking about the different leadership styles and which one best suits you. We will also be defining the ABCs as well as the 3 C's of leadership. And finally, we will explore personal leadership and its importance. So you might be asking yourself right now, who cares? I mean, we are just first-year business students here at SAIT. Who cares about becoming a better leader? Well, first of all, by being a better leader, you will help create a more positive and productive work environment. In this presentation, we will also find the leadership style that best suits your personality. And hopefully at the end, you will gain the knowledge to become a better leader yourself. So now we will be giving you 5 minutes to do a leadership style assessment. You can scan the QR code in the bottom right hand of the slide. And once you are done the assessment, you can join us back here, and Mariana will talk to you about the 3 different leadership styles that you can find as a result of the assessment. Once again, thank you very much.
Different leadership styles. Every person has different characteristics that make them unique. These characteristics define us and help us to connect in a positive or not so positive way with others. And it works in the same way when it comes to leadership. Leadership styles are different ways of leading, motivating, and managing groups of people. There is no one best style of leadership, as different situations and contexts may require different approaches and skills. However, some common leadership styles that have been identified and studied by researchers and practitioners are: 1. Authoritarian. The one who wants to have control over all decisions and situations. B. Democratic. The one who let all members participate. C. Delegative. The one who is hands-off. Authoritarian or autocratic leadership style is the one that involves making decisions without consulting other team members and expecting them to obey orders without questions. These leaders have high control and low involvement in others' work. They often use treats, punishments, and rewards to motivate and discipline others. Authoritarian leadership style can be effective in crisis situations or when quick and decisive action is needed, but it can also lead to low morale, resentment, and lack of creativity among others. An example of this style is the well-known Dwight Schrute from The Office series. He always has a clarity in his role, being the regional manager of Dublin, have power over the office and its members. This character perfectly represents the style, their characteristics, its benefits, and its downsides. Democratic or participative leadership style is the one that involves other team members in the decision-making process and soliciting their opinions and feedback. These leaders have low control and high involvement in others' work. They often use consultation, collaboration, and consensus to motivate and empower other team members. Democratic leadership style can be effective in increasing others' commitment, engagement, and ownership of their work, but it can also lead to a loss of control, authority, and efficiency from the leader. Do you think that another character from our favorite series, The Office, could fit in this description? Yes, our self-called world's best boss, Michael Scott. Although nowadays this character will be in a lot of problems because of his peculiar personality, we can consider him as a good example of this leadership style, when we focus just on his behavior when it comes to the paper business and his team. Delegative leadership style is the one that involves giving other team members the autonomy and responsibility for their own tasks and providing minimal guidance and supervision. These leaders have low control and low involvement in others' work. They often use trust, delegation, and feedback to motivate and develop other team members. This style can be effective in developing other team members' skills, confidence, and initiative, but it can also lead to a lack of direction, coordination, and support from the leader. Remember what leader of the Office series had this style? Yes, the always misunderstood and very sensitive Andrew Bernard, the one who left the office to be in his yacht for months, leaving the team members completely alone, and they, surprisingly, achieve an historical result in sales. If you want to know more about these personalities through these famous characters, you could find a video of each of them in the bottom right corner.
I'm Marnelli Marcos, and I'm going to present the 3 C's of leadership. These are competence, commitment, and character. Competence refers to the knowledge, skills, understanding, and judgment that leaders need to possess to be effective in their roles. It includes 4 competencies: strategic, business, organizational, and people. Commitment is the willingness of a leader to do the hard work of leadership, engage with others in fulfilling the organizational mission, achieve the vision, and deliver on the goals. Character. It is the sum of virtues, values, and traits that make a leader effective and respected. It is the most difficult to define, measure, assess, and develop. Good character is one of the 3 ingredients that make a leader effective and respected. In assessing leaders at any level in an organization, we must always ask 3 questions. Do they have the competencies to be a leader? Do they have the knowledge, the understanding of key concepts, facts, and relationships that need to do the job effectively? Do they have the commitment to be a leader? Yes, they aspire to be a leader, but are they prepared to do the hard work of leadership, engage with others in fulfilling the organizational mission, achieve the vision, and deliver on the goals? Do they have the character to be a good leader and strive to be an even better one? Do they have the values, traits, and virtues that others, shareholders, employees, customers, regulators, and the broader society within which they operate will use to determine if they are good leaders? Why competence matters. Setting direction. Competent leaders have a clear understanding of the organization's goals, vision, and mission. They develop a strategic direction and communicate it to the team members, aligning everyone towards a common purpose. Respect and credibility. Competence instills confidence and earns the respect of team members and stakeholders. When leaders demonstrate expertise and capability, they establish credibility and inspire trust. Members are more likely to follow leaders who have proven themselves competent in their field. Informed decisions. Competent leaders possess the knowledge and experience necessary to make sound decisions to minimize risk and maximize opportunities. Overcoming challenges. Competent leaders possess problem-solving abilities, adaptability, and resilience. When faced with difficulties, they can analyze the situation, identify solutions, and guide team towards effective resolution. Develop team members. Competent leaders can support the growth and development of their team members. By sharing their expertise, they cultivate a culture of learning and continuous improvement. Why commitment matters. Role model for others. Leaders who are committed to their goals and values set an example for their team members. By consistently demonstrating dedication and perseverance, they inspire others to embrace similar level of commitment. Motivation and engagement. A committed leader creates a sense of purpose and direction among team members. It fosters a positive work environment where individuals are engaged and driven to give their best. Accountability and responsibility. Committed leaders take responsibility for their actions and decisions. This sense of personal accountability sets a high standards for others to promote a culture of responsibility and ownership within the organization. Long-term results. Leadership is about achieving sustainable results and long-term success. Through their commitment, leaders inspire the team to stay focused on long-term objectives and work towards achieving them. Why character matters. Trust. Leaders with strong character earn the trust and confidence of team members. Trust is essential for effective leadership because members are more likely to follow and support leaders they trust. Builds relationship. Character impacts the way leaders build relationships with their teams, employees, and stakeholders. They treat others with respect, dignity, and fairness, fostering strong relationship based on trust and mutual respect. Ethical decision making. Leaders with strong character uphold ethical principles and values. Even when faced with difficult choices, ethical leaders inspire others to act ethically and create an organizational culture that values integrity. These are the 3 C's of leadership. I will now give the floor to Tanya to discuss the ABCs of leadership.
Hi, this is Tanya. I'm going to explain the ABCs of leadership. The first one, we have the A, is to be authentic. That I will say that is to act and speak in the way that you really are and you feel. The second one, we have the B, which is brave. A good leader is also kind of a good people, but in some cases, you as a leader, you need to show your strengths combined with the human side. The last one is the C, which is championing. You as a leadership need to trust and believe in your team 100%. As an authentic leader, you need to be transparent. It's showing how real are you. To be honest, it's being ethical, always say the truth. To be genuine, it's confident and supportive with your team. To be open, for sure, a good leader needs to listen others' opinion. Then we have the brave leader. In this one, is to combine the strength with the human side. Is to know how to take care of the world, consider all the voices of your team, not only your opinion, needs to be everyone's. I will cite here what John C. Maxwell said. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. It's kind of an example of the brave leader. It's always with courage, but being a good person. And the last one, we have the championing leader. It's the way how you empower the whole team. The way that you show that is a safe place. It's also the engagement that you have with the project, but also with the people that is working with you. It's the way to enforce your team.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Our next topic today is personal leadership. As you can see in that nice blue banner there, it says take charge of your life. And that is a very summed up version of what personal leadership is. You should always be taking charge of your actions and your responsibilities. Another part of personal leadership is always trying to expand on your strengths and improving your weaknesses. As an example, if you're really good at business math and you've got an exam coming up, you shouldn't just stop studying. You should always be trying to improve. And there's a saying that it's easier to get to the top but it's harder to stay on top, which is a great saying for this topic. And when it comes to improving on your weaknesses, if we use the same example with business math, if you really struggle on a certain topic, you shouldn't just give up. Again, you should always be trying to improve yourself. Another trait for personal leadership is setting reasonable and realistic goals. Whether they're long-term or short-term goals, you should always be trying to set realistic goals, ones that you can actually achieve. Once you get your diploma here at SAIT, you shouldn't expect to go out to the workforce and instantly get a CEO job. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it would be very, very difficult and maybe not so realistic. And finally, leaders cannot be in control of everything. If you are the boss, you cannot control everything that your employees do, but as a person, you can control everything that you do. Next up is, why is personal leadership important? So first of all, it helps with consistency. If you're consistent with your personal habits or with your personal goals, that can very easily translate into your professional habits. Next, we have, it helps define your character. And what I mean by that is, if you have a firm grasp on who you are as a person, your fellow co-workers or students will also understand who you are and what's important to you. And finally, it helps improve teamwork. And being good at personal leadership, you are able to stand up for yourself and speak what's on your mind. And if you know who you are and what you are comfortable with, like I said earlier in defining your character, then you will become a better team player and improve overall teamwork in the workforce. So to summarize everything that we learned in today's leadership presentation, and after taking the leadership style assessment and having Mariana go further in depth on each leadership style, which one best suits you and your personality? After having Mariana go more in depth on each style, you might disagree with your results of the assessment, and that is totally okay. In fact, the best leaders take each and every style and use them for different scenarios. You do not have to stick to just one leadership style. And how, after this presentation, are you going to become a better personal leader? Are you going to set more realistic goals and maybe not try to be the CEO of Pepsi as soon as you get your diploma? Are you going to try to set more goals, whether that's short-term or long-term? And how can you use the 3 C's as well as the ABCs of leadership to become a better leader? The ABCs and the 3 C's are basic guidelines to help you improve and expand as a leader. So now we have a mini quiz for everyone to participate in. There's only 10 questions, so it should not take very much time. We will give you 5 minutes to do this quiz, and then please feel free to join us back for the end of this presentation, where we have additional resources. We got books and movies for everybody to consider reading or watching. We have one book from John Maxwell, and that is the same person we touched on the introduction, who gave us the lovely quote to kick off this presentation. And we also have one of my personal favorite movies, Rocky Balboa. He is a very strong personal leader and shows very strong personal leadership traits. So once again, thank you everybody for joining us in this presentation. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedules. We know this is the exam time of the school year, so we really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day. We hope everybody has a great rest of their day and good luck in the rest of the school year. Thank you very much.